Thrifty VG back at you again. It's a rainy day in the van. You'll hear the pitter-patter every once in a while. I got COVID in 19. I didn't get it in 2020. In fact, I was very healthy in 2020. Probably because I was doing more healthier things. My daughter kept on calling me, "Mommy, I'm sick. I don't feel good." And I kept on telling her, "Sweetheart, do this, this, and this." I started doing videos. So in my earlier videos, you will find what I was teaching my daughter. I kept on telling her, "Go listen to the video, go listen to the video, go listen to the video." But let's go back to 19. Right before Christmas, the kids get out of school. The day before Christmas, the older one gets sick. She gets a fever and throwing up. Like a stomach bug. Nothing bad, right? Just a fever and throwing up. Tired, going to bed. She didn't want anything to eat. I had to fight with her to get her to drink anything. The drinking was what I wanted her to do, because if you were going to throw up again, the last thing you wanted to do was throw up nothing. Oh, the pain of that. Oh, bad. So it took me a little bit of a fight, but I got her to drink some liquids, and I had her have a bottle next to the bed. You don't want to get dehydrated. Please drink some fluids. You don't have to eat anything. Just drink water. Well, she drank the water. She went to sleep. She didn't get up until morning. That girl slept almost 12 hours. No problem. Christmas came. No problems with anybody getting sick. The day after Christmas, they took the kids to Disney on Ice. Came home. The youngest child got it. So much fun. She barely got to see the Disney on Ice. She slept through most of it. She got a fever and throwing up. That's it. They came home. They told me what happened. I said, "Oh, it's just going to run through the house. Nice stomach bug. We'll be over it with it in a day." It's not what I got. Yes, I did get the fever and the throwing up. Then I got the extreme pain. That night, I knew that pain. I'd had it before. And any time I had gone to the doctors or an emergency room or talked to any health professionals, they always said, "It's a viral infection. Go home and just deal with it." But it's extremely painful. Oh, you'll only have the pain for a few days. The worst time I ever had it was 7 days. This time was 3. 3 days I've had it for. Then I had the uncomfortable feeling for 3 more days, and then I had diarrhea for 2 weeks. Now, the funny thing is we all got it a bit differently. Yes, we all got the fever and the throwing up. Yes, we got the extreme pain. My extreme pain was 3 days. The parents' was a day. 1 day. That's it. They got the uncomfortable feeling 1 to 2 days. The father got diarrhea for 2 days. The mother got it for a week. The kids had diarrhea for 1 day. So the symptoms in all 3 of us were different. The kids didn't get any extreme pain. COVID has been around for a very long time. First time I got it really, really bad. Extreme pain. And I could chalk it up to an experience I had in the Dominican Republic. I had gone to the Dominican Republic and had a really, really bad asthma attack. And it was like an elephant sitting on my chest and it was very hard to breathe. But yet I was breathing. I didn't panic when I panic when I have a breathing problem. I was told to just breathe through it. And if all you could take was shallow breaths, take a shallow breath. Yeah. I got COVID, extreme pain, one other Christmas, and the pain was for 7 days. Extreme pain. And the breathing was as if somebody was sitting on my chest, like an elephant. At 19, it was like one of the kids was sitting on my chest. I could put up with it. It wasn't that bad. And with everybody getting different symptoms, and all the other times that I've had it in my life, I kind of realized, you get it how you're healthy. If you're not so healthy, you're going to get it for a longer period of time. If you have an underlying problem, you're going to get it for a long period of time. If you're not so healthy, but you are pretty healthy, it's a shorter amount of time. And here you go. 88,000 plus people got COVID in Rhode Island last year that were counted. How many people like me have had this before? It's like, oh, I've had this before. I'm not going to go to the doctors. I'm going to stay home. Because anytime I've ever gone to the doctors with this particular symptoms, they've told me, you have a viral infection. Go home. Deal with it. So when I got it in 19, I thought nothing better than to just stay home and deal with it, because the doctors were not going to help me. Not even in 19 were they going to help me. They were going to send me home. It would only be in 2020 where they make it a pandemic. I am not afraid of this virus, because guess what? I've had it many times before. The one thing I have learned with everybody is the symptoms. There are two major symptoms that you will always find in COVID: the extreme pain all over your body and the hard to breathe. It just depends on you and your health, how your body is going to deal with it. So I have been doing health tips, because the only way to get through this is to be healthy. I had an argument with a woman when I found out the numbers of how many people died in Rhode Island. Even I was shocked, because they keep on saying, oh, yeah, we're getting worse, more people are dying, more people are dying. And I looked at this and I'm like, we haven't even gotten to 2,000 people. No, 2,000 people. We're still under 2,000. This is the end of the year. More than that die of the flu every year in Rhode Island. And I can't look at this and say this. And a woman was arguing with me. Oh no, they just said that there was over 1,000 people that just died. And I said, excuse me, what are you saying? Well, they said we were up to 1,000. And I said, stop. The wordage you're listening to. Up to 1,000 something. You're not listening to the wordage if you keep on hearing, oh, 1,000 plus have died. Yeah. But they're not saying it's 1,000 people dying every week. In fact, when I looked at this, they were projecting only 19 deaths in a week. That was their projection rate from the beginning of how many people died. They are projecting 19 people dying. I can't, in good conscience, call this a pandemic. Too many people are living for it to be called a pandemic. Am I saying it's a okay disease? No. Please. Horrible. I hate it every time I get it. And by the way, I'm not the only one in my family that's gotten it and lived. You see, the recovery rate is a hell of a lot better than the flu. More people die of the flu every year. I think it's 3 months back now. Globally, 3 times more people died of the flu. 3 times more people died of the flu. Not to the other family members that have gotten it. My daughter-in-law got it this Christmas. My cousin and her husband and family got it months ago. He actually came out of the hospital before Christmas. He was the only one hospitalized. Her and her boys were told to go home. He was hospitalized and ventilated. He's still uncomfortable. And now he's going to have problems with the symptoms of the medication he was put on. I did the right thing. Stayed home and did nothing. Drank my water with vinegar in it. And put a little thing in it. But in good conscience, I can't call this a pandemic. Too many people are recuperating from it. Look at the studies. Seriously. Start really talking to doctors that are like, this is not a pandemic. Start listening to them, because there are more of them than you think out there that are saying this is not a pandemic. When we actually do get a pandemic, you finally won't believe them, because you have been duped so many times. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Every few years we go through this. If you actually look back, every few years we go through a bout of whatever. I was never told I had COVID by any doctor. They just said viral infection. If I had the flu, they told me I had the flu. If I had a cold, they told me I had a cold. If I had pneumonia, they told me I had pneumonia. But if I had this, they never named it. They only called it a viral infection. Now I could put a name to what I had. So all the times that I was in extreme pain, it was COVID. And I've had it many times. And a lot of you have too. From the day we are born, we are on the path to death. How we live our life is up to us. I'm not living it in fear. I've had it. I didn't die. Yes, extreme pain. Know it well. The last bout I had was not as extreme as the one 2 years ago. That was the worst one. They might have hospitalized me if I had it now, but I didn't. I had it then. 50 VG out. Don't be afraid of it. Live through it.